Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Revitalising Villa. This is episode number 33, and first of all I'd like to start with an apology. The last episode, the quality, it just wasn't quite up to standard, and I apologise for that. I'd been messing about with the settings on OBS and I forgot to put it back to what it was meant to be for this. Hopefully I've tinkered it right and it should be fine for this episode. Fingers crossed on that one. I did think about not releasing the last episode because of the quality, but because it was an FA Cup semi-final, it was integral to the story of what we're trying to do here. I kind of had to do it. So, yeah, I apologise, but we're moving on, and we're on to league action today. It's 4 games: Crystal Palace, Wolves, Leicester and Watford. 4 games which could decide 4th place. As you can see here, we are sitting in 4th place at the moment. We are 2 points ahead of Tottenham with a game in hand and 5 points ahead of Liverpool on the same amount of games. That's 6 ahead of Manchester City if you want to include them. 5th and 6th do get Europa League places, so unless things go badly wrong, we should at least be there. But I kind of want that 4th place now, especially after getting knocked out of the FA Cup so disastrously. The run-in for Liverpool then, well, I mean, that's a little bit difficult. They play first place Man United, who are running away with the league. Stuffed us 4-0, was it, the other week? So, yeah, this should be difficult for them. Sunderland, Burnley and Swansea are all winnable games. So Man United could do us a huge favour with a victory. And Tottenham only have the 3 games left, but they do play Manchester City on the final day. Swansea and Southampton are winnable for them. But City on a final day could mean at least Europa League, but possibly Champions League too. We have some injuries. We did mention them in the last episode, but I will double check them for anyone that tuned out of that one due to the quality issues. Fab Alex is out for the rest of the season. Huge blow. Mitch is out for the rest of the season. Huge. 2 huge blows. Stenzel could be out for the rest of the season too, which is again another huge blow. Salai will miss this game. He should be back for the rest of the season. He's only out for 3 days, but he will miss this game today. And also, Arist Elizondo isn't fit for today's game. He's not injured, he's just not fit. So he doesn't play in this one. The side then looks a little bit like this. It's Joe Hart in goal. James Bree comes in on the right wing back with Stenzel and Elizondo both injured. It's Mawson and Sutar at the back. Joe Bryan plays. Leighton Baines is on the bench. But I'm going to give Bryan... He's a little bit younger legged against the likes of Zaha and that, so it makes a little bit of sense to me. Because Sarah's deep line playmaker, it's Baker who comes in, Lewis Baker. He's going to try and fill the Fab Alex role a little bit, and hopefully he does well there. It's Lo Celso behind the strikers, Morgan on the left, and up front alongside Gonzalez.
Where are my manners? Introductions! Call me Deadpool.
Just get used to it, guys. It's never going away. Never, ever. I am going to put Jonathan Codger on the bench somewhere, just because I feel like if we need him, he's worthy having there. Probably for Chester, actually, because Hansen can play centre-back as well. On the same day as we play Palace, and a game that could relegate Palace, Liverpool do play Manchester United, so this is an integral day for the 4th place race. Selhurst Park realistically should be rocking for this one, but we are a better side. We are the better side, so we should win this one. This one is the Palace one. This is the Palace side then. It's a very interesting 4-4-1-1 formation, but it's the players that are the interesting ones. They have Adarabi, who's the Adarabio. They have him at centre-back, on loan from Manchester City, a very tall centre-back from what I remember. Milajevic, yeah, him. Luka in midfield. Townsend and Zaha also still there. Rydveld still there. Sacco still there. Hennessy still there. The men that aren't quite there in real life, but are there now. Fabian Delph is there. That's an interesting one. Samir Nasri off Danny Ings. I mean, incredible. Andre Wisdom is also there. They have Ji Dong-Won on the bench if they need him. Ugh. Theoretically, we should be winning this game. I don't feel like there should be any problems, to be honest with you. Palace are bottom of the league for a reason. Their squad is aging. It's not quite the squad that we've got. It's not quite good enough, really, to challenge us. I'm setting us up for failure, really. Adarabo, Townsend, flying forward, absolutely flying forward. His pass wasn't great, and Bree can mop it up back to Hart. Let's not give it away there, though, guys, because that was a little bit dangerous. It's up towards Deadpool, but Sacco is comfortably underneath it, and Palace have the ball comfortably in our half, which is a bit of a problem. Townsend taking on Bryan. Good block by Bryan, actually. And Deadpool might be able to release Gonzalez here. It's Walter Gonzalez onto it like a flash, but Hennessy with a good save. The former Wolves goalkeeper. We play Wolves in the second game this episode, by the way, so that's interesting. Sarah's back to Baker. We're still here. We're still going. And I think that should be the end of the highlight. Lo Celso into Gonzalez. A lot of space. He spread it wide for Bree. Good football, Bree. His cross was headed away. Caceres is still there. It's Bree again. Caceres playing the game between themselves. Lo Celso gets involved. James Bree, I mean, we've lost out and this could be a Crystal Palace break. Danny Ings is on his own. Guys, centre-backs, get to him. Why has Caceres had to go out there? That's ridiculous. Weideveld, Nasri, Fabian Delph, Milejevic, shot just wide. I mean, I worry about our defending that. Ooh. We've had some injury problems lately. Looks like Deadpool's pulled his ankle ligament, which would mean the end of the season for him. That's not good. We'll get Sago on as an advance forward. How are Crystal Palace outplaying us so much? This is ridiculous. We're not keeping the ball. I'm going to take it off retained possession if we get to half-time, I think. And let's go a little bit more direct. Liverpool lead Manchester United as well. So this is going very well. It's a Palace corner at the end of the first half. Nasri as far as Zaha on the edge of the box. Blocked away. Can Baker clear it? He does. Now, let's counter like the tactic says. Here we go. Lewis Baker on to Morgan. This is good. Lewis Morgan crosses low. Bree back across. Morgan's there again. And Lewis Morgan has headed Aston Villa into the lead. Undeservedly so at Selhurst Park. It's against the run of play. But it doesn't matter. It's 1-0. And our quality has shone through there. It's two men that really haven't had a fair shake of it this year. Morgan and Bree. Bree back across. And the header from Morgan. I mean, Hennessy, he claims to be a goalkeeper there. I wouldn't say it's goalkeeping. Ings, it'll fall for Zaha. Zaha to Nasri. It's 1-1. Our defending is so poor. Half time, it's 1-1 then, and we've been outplayed by bottom of the league. There's no beating around the bush. It's been very, very poor. Team instructions wise, something needs to change. Let's higher the tempo for a start. Let's go more direct. We'll stick to being more expressive. We'll get stuck in a lot more, and actually we'll close down a lot more because it hasn't really been good enough. Let's see a better second half performance. That would be nice. Delph, they have a man over in the midfield, which is something that I could think about changing. Don't really want to go one up front away to Crystal Palace though. Brian spreads it wide to Sago. A goal here could change things. Sago, great running. Not great shooting. Delph wide to Weideveld is coming forward. It's a low cross. Sutar with a really good clearance, but it's just coming back at us. If we can get the ball, we'll be able to counter. But Danny Ings has turned nicely, and Palace lead. And what is going on? I want to bring Codger on, but I don't know where. Or I mean, I suppose we'll get Joe Bryan off. Play 3 forwards for the final 10 minutes or so. We'll play 3. Actually, what might be a good idea is Caceres swapping with Bree. Bree on the left doesn't really work, and Caceres there doesn't really work, but it might be worth it. And we are literally going to pump this ball into the box. 26 shots away to bottom of the league we've given away. That's ridiculous. There is still a highlight here though, and we could be about to break Crystal Palace heart here. Nasri's, oh maybe not though. Danny Ings, Bocage flying forward. Good tackle by Baker. And now Bree hacks it clear. And Sago. We've got a man over at the back post. Sago can find him. Gonzalez maybe. Great header away. It's Morgan on the edge. Oh, Lewis Morgan's hit the post and Sago's tapped it in. Is he onside? He is. And Mikel Sago has grabbed us a goal that drags us from the edge here. And there's another highlight here. We are on real attacking. So that's a worry. It's up towards Ings. Sutar with the clearance and Codger's in on it straight through. Jonathan Codger. Oh, Crystal Palace, I feel bad for you because we haven't deserved it. We have not deserved it, but we've gone and won it surely now. There's 20 seconds to go here. A goal here would be a huge blow. Bocage, Carroll, Ings. Great save by Joe Hart. And that should be that then. We are 20 seconds over. Blow your full-time whistle, referee. They've had 30 damn shots. That is not good enough. That is really not good enough. Wisdom over the top. Where's this full-time whistle, ref? Where is this full-time whistle? Still not coming. I mean, there's a chance on for us, if anything. It's Morgan. His cross was blocked. That's got to be it. That has to be it. We're a minute over here. We're still going. It's Bree. It's Sago. It's cleared. Referee, thank you. Jesus Christ. That really wasn't good enough, was it? But at the end of the day, if the performance isn't there, it's okay if the result is there. And we have pulled 7 points clear of Liverpool. 5 points clear of Tottenham. That is a huge, huge win for us. The injury to Deadpool, 2 weeks out, usually wouldn't be too much of a problem, but with only 3 games to go, it could signal the end of his season. He's had a pretty good season, second season for him. Good performance from Lewis Morgan last time out, which is good. He will get a start against Wolves. He's finding his way back in here, and he's forcing his way back into a squad, really. Interesting that Lewis Morgan ranked 3rd in the Player of the Month, so he's proving himself to be a decent player here, actually. Michel Sego was Young Player of the Month in the Premier League, while Deadpool finished in 2nd, while Luis Enrique and Jurgen Klopp, they bested me. In truth, our home form has been pretty good so far this season. Hopefully we'll be able to continue it here against Wolves. It's a Midlands rival as well. Let's not forget that. It is a Midlands rival and it's going to be a difficult game. This is the side that plays today then. Joe Hart keeps his place in goal. It's Elizondo comes in at right back for James Bree. Chester comes in as well for Alfie Mawson, who just didn't have a good game last time and I wanted to make the change. Sutar plays. Joe Bryan plays on the left. I mean, yeah, okay. Caceres plays as a register, and this is where the changes have happened, because I wasn't happy with how many shots Palace had. I'm thinking pack the midfield a little bit more. So Caceres as a register, deep line playmaker will be Baker, and next to him in a 3 here will be Juland as an advanced playmaker on attack. He will push ahead, but instead of having Lo Celso here, I'm just going to drop him back a little bit here, and it's Juland instead of Lo Celso, of course, who didn't play very well. Morgan on the left. It's Kodja and Sego up front. Gonzalez drops to the bench, and with Deadpool's injury, it means I think Sego will start for the rest of the games of the season, but I'm going to play Kodja instead of Gonzalez here and see if it makes too much of a difference, because Gonzalez has seemingly just gone off of the boil a little bit over the last couple of games. He had a little bit of a run, but Chelsea didn't play well, and Palace, I wasn't pleased with him. Here's Juland getting a chance today in the team. He hasn't had many chances. That's a smart pass. Kodja, good cross in. Sego. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, there are 3 changes that I made for the game, and all of them have come up trumps here. Julian with a nice pass down the channel, as you'll see here. A wonderful pass down the channel, really. He's drove, and he's found the pass. Brilliant stuff. Kodja to the byline, low cross, and there's Sego. Deadly young Sego. He's the better of the 2 young strikers, I think. He's more of a goal scorer. It's his 16th goal in all competitions this year, and we lead after just 2 minutes. The performance has been much better in this first half. Much better. I don't think it's due to the tactical changes. We seemingly had an off game, but if we can get back in form, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Well, I mean, we'll finish 4th. That's what will happen. I'm happy. Keep it up. Sego to Morgan. He's all on his own, really. He needs an option. He's come inside to Baker and Juland, running the strings in that advanced playmaker role. He's doing actually very well in doing so. Caceres now. Back onto Julian, bit of space for him, picks out Kodja to Sego, great chance, and Sego has doubled his tally and doubled our tally. It's Aston Villa 2, Wolves 0, and this has worked very, very nicely. Julian, Kodja and Sego, once again, linking up as a trio. Julian with a nice pass here to Kodja. Kodja picks the moment and picks the pass. Sego's finish, I mean, John Ruddy is Ruddy useless there. 2 goals for Sego, 2 assists for Kodja, and Julian involved in all of the play, seemingly. Here he is again, flying forward, picks out Kodja with a good pass. Jonathan Kodja could have made it safe there. Good save by Ruddy. We're going to get Hansen on for Caceres. He's having a good game, Caceres, but I think we'll play Hansen and keep him in the register role. We'll get him some game time. And Pereira will come on the left side for Morgan. That's his name, Morgan, which means that we can get Pereira on an inside forward job. 2 changes just to freshen things up. Caceres, to be honest, he's had a lot of game time this season. Very rarely has he missed any game time. But you know what? Let's bring him off. Let's get Hansen some game time. Why not? Oh, Kodja's got injured now. I mean, we got like for like, but hopefully that's not a bad injury, because that will mean 2 strikers left for the final 2 games of the season. Oh no! And now Sego's going off injured. We may have to change our tactic, because we're going to have no strikers. I mean, we'll just play it for the final 2 minutes. Can't make a change. There is the full-time whistle then. We have done the business, and it means we are guaranteed Europa League football. Fantastic. I've got my eye on Champions League though, and if we take a look at this league table, it looks good. 2 games to go, so there are 6 points left to play. We are 5 ahead of Tottenham, which means if we win our next game, we will be 4th in the league. we need to win one of the final 2 games. It's going to be one heck of an episode. It is going to be one heck of an episode on that final 2 games of the season. It's Leicester and it's Watford. 2 very, very difficult games really in their own rights, but we just need one win. We are very, very close to the showcase of immortals, so to speak. It's incredible. It's been a decent episode. Palace, we won the game, that's what mattered. The performance wasn't great. Wolves, we comfortably won the game. And some players in this episode that haven't really shone throughout the season are getting some game time and are proving that they are actually very good players, and I should think about keeping them next year, which is good to see. As I say, we will come back on Friday, those final 2 games. I mean, put it in your diaries, it's going to be a huge one. I can't wait. Until then, from me to you,